Hello, guys, and welcome to another live stream. Things haven't been the best for a while. I got myself fired from my job, and I didn't get to go over to my friend's house this week. So things haven't been the best. Rest assured that things will be better. Just have to make time. Hello, welcome to my stream. If you're wondering, not having the best days. Okay. Hang on, I go to the bathroom. So I recently watched Transformers 1, and I really liked the movie a lot, and I really liked the story a lot. There's a lot of stuff to get through, but things I didn't things now makes more sense now that I never had that things I have like they've actually a lot of things have changed now with the Transformer thing I now know of, and it makes more sense now than ever. The main reason why we have Transformers is because of a giant Transformer named Primus. He was the first of the Transformers, but before he passed away and died, he sacrificed his entire body and transformed into a giant planet, which that planet became Cybertron. And then the first beings from his spark created the very first Transformers, the Primes, which is really cool. I love the idea of their existence came from that sort of like story. The idea of this movie is about Orion Pax and D16 going through their dilemmas and how they live Cybertron to the fullest, not knowing that everything that they've done is kind of like a lie to them. And both of them don't know about this at all because they're based off of their own religion of what they think is right. One of the things that I like about this movie is that it really takes its time to get to the action parts because of their their friendship together with D16 and Orion Pax. I think the feel for this movie was very good, where it starts very slow. D is like his D is Orion's very best friend. He gets him out of anything that he has done kind of stupidly, and I actually appreciate the funness about it because he's just very like in that sort of temptation to do stuff for him, and that's why I like this like friendship that is really nice. It's just it goes away after throughout the movie. It's not because they become like they become jealous to each other. It's because of this lie that causes them to turn to each other's backs. One wants to stop a rival from destroying Cybertron, while the other just wants to kill the person that like thought he was their idol, their hero. The one thing that makes it all happen is this one dude named Sentinel Prime. He's like a blue. He looks like he almost looks like Hawkeye, but if Hawkeye was a robot, because he has like these big golden wings that go out from his back, and he has like this awesome blue like chest plated like armor. And he's really just like he's a scumbag. He's very much a scumbag. He doesn't care about his people. All he wants is his power, and he'll get it because he is just that way. Um, at first, Orion and D16 like him as like a hero because they treat him like that, like a hero. But on the journey of them with B20 B28 and Aurora and Alora, uh, they go on this journey to figure out what they are actually meant to be and what they are meant for. One things that I appreciated in the movie was that they really took the time to get to the point where we get their transformations, their stuff, and the reason why they don't have their own Teacox, their transformation like pods, is because when they were born, Sentinel Prime took those out of them before they were, and they just put them in the mines. I appreciated the feel of this movie really taking its time with the characters. Um, there was moments of where I was really intrigued of how they put together this cast of like of kooky friends going on this one adventure to see if they could show them that they're more than meets the eye. They are more than what they think they are. Um, Orion Pax and D16 are basically they've been friends forever. But the thing is that when Orion tells D to we should go and find the Allspark. We should find the one thing that could actually help our planet out and and actually get Aragon back into the planet because we don't want to keep mining it all the time. And I believe that what Orion wants to do is like he feels like he wants to do this because that's his program. He wants to show that they are more than them. So he convinces D16 to go on this adventure with him, with along with B and Alora on accident, and they all have to go on this one adventure to go up to Cybertron and try to find the Allspark. Um, the map leads them. That basically B23 had a hologram of one of the original primes, which was oh crap, uh, what's his name from the Transformer lore? Um, trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what his name was. Um, oh man, what was his name? What the fuck was his name? The all elders person. Um, forgot his name. But like I've been saying, they get a message. Well, the B has like this whole hologram of the person that they have to find, and he has a map that will take them to him. When they go to uh the person, I liked there's like a little moment. It's kind of almost not funny, but it was just like out of place in the movie where they use a little piece of Aerojon that like B had with them, and then they just fed him the Aerojon. I just thought that was like okay, so well, okay, whatever. And then he wakes up. He tells them about like the war that you thought was over is just it's just happening. It's still going on, but your savior, your person that you thought was your person that was doing stuff on his own, he's just making you miserable, and it's a lie. Of course, they're like, what do you mean? What are you saying? It's a lie. Like, what are you talking about? So he shows them like almost like a flashback, but using his like magic of wind that's able to like use particles and stuff, and he's able to like kind of like create like like structures, holographic structures of the original primes in this big cave system, and they basically show, and then he shows off what they were fighting for, because Central Prime told them about a location where they will have to stop um the other bad the Mandarax or something like that. The the one Transformers that are actually wanting to destroy their planet and get their and use their energon just for themselves. And what shocks everyone is that everyone like Ryan, Alora, B, D16 takes it really hard. Like he's just like he was my idol, and he's been doing this for centuries. He is so pissed. It's just you could tell the frustration in his voice when he just gets so angry. He's just so pissed. And the one thing he really wants is just to get he just wants to kill uh he just wants to kill like Sentinel Prime. He wants to do that because he is so over it. Of course, Orion's like he's not like up to that level. Like he's not like he doesn't want to kill Sentinel Prime, but he is actually kind of pissed too. Like he's like, I can't believe this. We were all lied to by some person that we thought we could trust, but he ended up being like the worst. Hello. Hello, how are you? I'm just talking about my experience with uh Transformers 1. I just watched literally yesterday. What are you talking about? Transformers 1, the movie that came out yesterday, and I watched it. Oh, yep. Anyways, let me just continue. Uh, so I love Transformers. Me too. I love Transformers myself. I'm a big fan of Transformers. Who doesn't like Transformers? Anyways, D16, he really wants revenge on Sentinel Prime, and but um, Orion wants to know more about if the guy that they said about that this is all like a lie. Um, he says, "Why don't you see for yourself?" And they go out of the cave and they see Sentinel Prime with the man, like these weird green alien, gross like tentacle things, and they're using the trucks that Laura thought they were basically toxic metal, but they were actually energon. They're energon that Sentinel Prime is just bargaining with these disgusting aliens to just make sure that they don't destroy Cybertron. And he's doing it because he doesn't care. He wants to just show the world of Cybertron that he is the man of everything that basically he is commander of everything that happens. He even says after he gets his almost his ass chewed out, he says to his boss Arachnid. Yeah, Arachnid is in this movie, but she really barely does that much, and she's not really in the movie as much. I was watching a realistic type of cartoons when I was a kid, but they stopped arriving. I don't even know the name of the cartoon, and I couldn't find them after. Well, that's fine. Transformer cartoons. Yeah, there's a bunch of Transformer cartoons. We got Rescue Bots, we got Transformers Robots in Disguise, Transformers Earthspark, Transformers Prime, Transformers the 90s series, Transformers Beast Wars. And then we got those that weird one, Transformers bots. But anyways, like I was saying, and after he gets his ass chewed out, so the Prime Dually says to the his boss Arachnid, make sure everyone gets working overtime. No breaks. Not until I get my energon. It's just like, oh shit. He really got pissed there. It's just like it's and then like it makes D16 even more pissed. He's just like, I want to kill him. What's that you're drinking? I'm just drinking some punch. It's just it's Sunny D. It's a peach sunny D that I'm having. Anyways, what was it? I don't know what the elder guy name is from the Transformer movie was, but he says to them, it's not always about your cog that makes you special. It's the spark that's in you that makes what you are and who you are. Of course, he says to them by that, and uh, D16 is like, we were born without these things. I've been born without my cog my entire life. And then he's like, you were born with your cogs, but Central Prime took them out when you were born. And of course, they're like, what? He took, Central Prime took our own devices, the only thing that made us special. Yes. And then basically, Orion's like, I can't believe this entire time I could have been a Transformer, and Central Prime took away that one moment. We have to get back to uh the Icon City. Of course, the elder person, the person that they were talking to, like, says, "Wait, I've seen, I've seen, great things from you that you've been saying, and your knowledge should be the greatest thing I could ever do. You seem more special like my original brothers, and that is why you should have their cogs. Take these and access your full potential." And he basically gives them their teacocks. Basically, he gives everyone their tea. He gives the robots, the Orion, D16, or Laura, and B, the Prime's teacocks, so that way they can actually transform. And when they get their teacocks, they get a little bit bigger. Orion and D16 look almost. They look more. They start looking like actual, like what they're supposed to look like later on. Um, D16, I like his motive. He's just like, time to fight back. It's just like he's just really just like he's just like, yes, now we're talking. Just like boom. Um, and then Orion says how we get back to the city, and then of course, like, the elder person tells him that, you I'll give you the map to get back to Icon City. You need to show the world that Sentinel Prime needs to pay for his actions. I will. We all will. And after they're running through, there's that scene where, like, Orion says, "Okay, once we make it out of the cave, we'll transform and get out of here." And then D16's like, I think we have better chances of now fighting back." And then, like, Aurora's like, "Wait, we got cogs now. We can now transform." And then Orion's like, "Exactly. Everyone ready? I was born ready." And then, like, Orion's like, "All right, three, two, one," and then they fall out of the cave. And as they're running, they're slowly transforming. Like, I think D16's like, "How do we use these things?" And then Ryan's like, "I don't know, just try." And then, like, he, like, really, like, focuses and transforms. He like gets his head inside of his, like, chest. He's like, "My head, where, I can't see." And then, like, uh uh D16's, like, leg turns into, like, his treads, and he's like, "This is not faster." And then, like, Aurora turns her legs into the wheels and like she skates down, and then B actually tries to transform. He actually almost transforms into his car mode, but then doesn't have wheels. He even says, "I have no wheels. I have no wheels. No, I don't have wheels." Oh, and I love Bumblebee's like his I don't mind his childish act. I believe that's actually kind of funny, and I think that works fine with him. But the one thing I love that really cracked me up a bunch of times when he says, "Badassatron, Badassatron, Badassatron." It's just like Badassatron. It's just like I love that. Just like, oh my god, just come on, Beast. I know you're trying to be that one badass character, but come on, you don't be that badass. Um, I'm very, I'm actually really excited to see the new stuff that all happen in the future of the Transformers movies now, and hopefully that the ones that we're gonna get later on. Anyways, as they're going down the hill, they're being shot at by the Manrax, the 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 aliens that are trying to get them. Um, and while they're down there, uh, finally, as they jump from a like, I think what happens is that they jump from a side of like a tree, and then they finally transform into their actual like robotic forms, and that's when like they're able to uh, do some work on the robots. After D16 gets back and he transforms back into his robotic form, he just like starts laughing, just says, "That was awesome, dude. We have cogs. We can transform. This is awesome. Did you see me? I was like giant tank." Ryan's like, "Yeah, I did. That was great." And then like Ryan's like, "Well, we need to get back to we need to get back uh to the city. Uh uh God, the arcane city. Uh uh I think I know how to get there." And then then D16's like, "No, I think I know how we get there. It's simple." And then like Orion's like, all right, but I I know how to I know how to use the map." And D16's like, "Ryan, I got this." And of course, Ryan's like, "Okay, sorry." And then like they transform their vehicle modes, and then they just go off. And of course, like Ryan, like almost he sees something in um D16 that he never saw. Like something has changed. Like something has definitely has changed, and he doesn't know if he should help him. He even says after for a while they get across to almost the side of a cliff, and then as they transform back to their robotic forms, Orion goes up to D and says, "Dude, are you okay? You sound really quiet. Are you feeling all right?" He's like, "I'm fine. I just want revenge on Central. That's all. I just things just haven't been the best. I mean, you like you said, you wanted to change the world. We now have the power to do that. But without that traitor, he's just gonna just keep doing stuff. You don't want to make him. You don't want to have him all the time. We don't want him all the time to just do what he says. We need to fight back and take what's ours." Ryan says, "We will. I promise." And of course, they get shot at by something that like paralyzes them, and then they get taken. They get taken to the n- original like Gladiator Primes, which are Soundwave, Shockwave, and Starscream. Um, Starscream is voiced by the original person that plays Randall in Monsters Inc. And I was like, "Is that Randall as Starscream?" I'm like, "Okay, all right, that's interesting." I didn't. It's really odd to hear that voice come out of that out of Starscream, but now that I think about it, I think that works perfect because Randall, Starscream, very similar ish villains in a way. So I actually don't mind it. Um, they are in prison because they just are just. Starscream says, "Are you guys just trespassers or just a bunch of lackeys just looking for more stuff to steal from us?" Of course, Orion's like, "No, we're not. We're not trying to steal from you, and we're not trying to invade your territory. We're actually trying to stop someone from destroying Icon. Um, and we need your help." Sentinel Prime has lied to all of us, and he is the only one that needs to be paid dearly about his actions. Um, and then Starscream's like, "We know about him and his traitorry, but what do you have to offer us to actually help with this problem?" And of course, Ryan's like, "We have cogs. We have the power to do what we can do to stand and actually stop Sentinel before he actually does something to our own city, our own planet." Then uh B is like he's like his mouth is covered because he couldn't shut up. They mount his mouth shut, and the idea is that uh he wouldn't even when he was knocked out he could still talk, so they just kept his mouth shut, which is weird. Like you would think that if you got shocked and then your robotic form was like shut down, you wouldn't be able to talk at all, but for some reason B can actually do that without even needing to say anything. um it gets to the point where D16 tries to leave, and Starscream's like, "Whoa, where are you going, sir? You were supposed to stay right here next to your friends." And he's like, "They're not my friends, and I'm not sticking around here to waste my metal off just for you guys. Just to you guys want to stand here and let you rot to death instead of going out there and actually trying to go and stop Sentinel Prime. Be my guest, but I'm going to do this." And Starscream's like, "Oh, you got a big guy, huh?" And then um, D16 gets his butt whooping with Starscream, but Starscream doesn't. He underestimates D16's power. He crashes down in the. He like D16 makes Starscream crash his jets down and then chokes him, starts choking him to death. He even starts to mess up the voice box that he has, which actually is like that for the last bit of the movie, which is funny. It's like, oh yeah, that's actually what Megatron would do. Like he would just beat the crap out of Starscream, which he always does. But this is like funny as hell just to see him just do that to Starscream. Um, to top it all off, uh, D16 is like really, he gets to the point where he is about to kill Starscream. He's like so angry that his arm that he's punching with turns into a ginormous like shotgun, like a blaster out of his arm. And he's just like, "I am now your ruler. You served me. Is this your own leader that just cowers and leads nothing? Where if you could just stand and fight back, fight with me, and we will destroy Central Prime, and we will claim what's ours." And they're like, "D16, D16, D16." And as like they're shouting, Orion looks around and he looks at D, and his eyes are starting to change from just yellow to a teen orange. And it's just like, and then that rage in his eyes are just, oh, so good to look at. It's just like, mm, we're getting to the point where he is starting to become Megatron. It's just like he is almost that point where we just have him become the the villain we all like that he's supposed to become. Um, but then Sentinel has sent Arachnid to go and get the trespassers that were out there. And Orion and Alora are the only ones that survive because Orion tries to. He fights back. He fights pretty good with his transform powers. He breaks someone's jets by jumping onto their things and then transforming and then just grabbing hold of their uh, jet like craft and making them like be demolished from his hands. And he broke. It basically rips them apart. I love that. Oh, before all the havoc. The reason why they get in trouble and find Bumblebee with that little um uh like receiver to find the elder person to get their cogs was because Ryan gets the idea to go and do this Indy 5000 like race and try to win the race and show all of them that they are more than ECI. And while they're out doing this, uh, D16 doesn't want to do it, but Orion shows him we can be more than DCI in a way. And the one thing that he says is, "It's like, are you crazy?" And he's like, "It sure feels like it." And then he they do this big race. I remember liking the race now because I like the parts when they're trying to like um, go past a bunch of the players. There's a part where Ryan grabs hold of one of the transforming vehicles, and then the head from the the dude's head that he was on transforms from his head because Ryan's on the bottom of his uh, transformation, and then he transforms his head. He's like, "Get off me!" And then he like I was like, okay, that's weird to see, but all right, whatever. I guess we'll go with that. Um, they don't really win the race. They don't win at all. But at least they did try to win the race, even knowing they can't transform. But it was very risky, and I liked the idea of Ryan trying to show D that we can do stuff that other robots say we can't. Anyways, back to where we were. D16 and oh Lord. Oh Lord, what? Anyways, D16 and B23 gets captured by Arachnid's crew, and it's up to Orion and Alora to formulate a new team. Alora does give Orion a speech that shows him and tells him everything that he's done to help and save someone from their own like problems. Uh, um, is his own. It's not his curse, it's his own gift that he has, and sometimes it is reckless and stupid, but that's what he is. He's a person that is trying to do what's right even if it is wrong for people to see what he's doing is not the greatest way, but it's his way and he thinks it's the correct way, and that's what makes him special. And I like that motive that makes Orion finally stand up and actually say, all right guys, no, we haven't had the best thing going on, and I need you all listen up. We need to help out my friends and to get them back. And I know that we can how to stop Central Prime. Of course, they're like, "Oh, why should we listen to you? I should just kill you right now." And then Thor just punches Shockwave in the freaking like head, saying, "Listen to him because he's the only one that knows how to actually get to Icon, and we can actually." And like he knows how to actually stop Sentinel. Listen, we all have our own ways to doing stuff, and I have my own path. It seems that we all have to uh, work together and stop Sentinel from destroying our lives and making sure that he doesn't destroy the lives that we had. We must stand together and stop him. I will formulate a team. I will formulate and get my own team up ready to go, while you, Leia, and the others will go and formulate a plan to get into Sentinel's palace. I will I will meet you there when I have my team ready. And of course, Laura's like, "Are you sure about that?" Yeah. One more thing, and they're like, "What is it?" We roll out, and they're like, "What?" And then Laura's like, louder, "Transform and roll out." So he that's when he declares that Sentinel has both B and D16. D16 he doesn't care, like doesn't care anymore. He's ready to kill like Sentinel Prime. He's very ready. Like he doesn't care if he's in locked up like this. He feels nothing. He feels so fine. He's just waiting for him to show he doesn't care anymore. And of course, he does something kind of reckless. He basically stands up and says to he stands up to Sentinel, and Sentinel's like, "I think you should more than bow on me, bow for me." And he's like, "No, I will never bow from you traitor." And then Sentinel's like, "Oh, is that the case?" And then just back slams D16, and he just falls over. And then uh Sentinel goes up to D16, and he sees the Megatronus sticker that's on his like like shoulder, and he's like, "Oh, you're inspired by Megatronus, the great and powerful Lord. Oh, D, oh, you are the worst. That's why I took his cog." And then like he opens up his chest and he shows that D16 that he has the cog of Megatronus, and and then of course uh D's like, you you were never, that cog is not even meant for you. But since you admire him so much, maybe you should actually wear it permanently on you. So he takes the sticker, he puts it on his chest, then he uses a welding tool and then welds like like he welds the Decepticon logo onto his chest. And of course he does not like that. And he like and there's like a moment like, ah, and then like freaking B's like, "Oh man, where are you, Orion?" Uh Orion like is on the top of the like he's basically on the top of Cybertron on the surface, and he sees arcane the city of Arcane down from the cave entrance, and he says, "Okay, I got this." His shoulders transform, and then he just jumps down using his shoulders as jets and flies down and actually transforms to his vehicle mode and goes down towards the quarters where the miners are. Uh, Darkwing is giving crap to some miners because Darkwing throughout the movie is like an ass between Orion and D16, and it's finally time he got his ass kicked. Uh, he's talking crap to some other like things, saying, "Where is Orion Pax?" And then they're like, "We don't know." And then like he's like, "Oh, I'll make you tell me if you don't tell me where he is." And then freaking he gets punched or thrown into like a um basically a lottery machine, or like it's a arcade machine. It falls on his head, and then money just spills out. And they're like, they all they see is like this big shadow, but it's blue and red, and they're like, "Who's that?" And then Then he like, of course, he emerges, and then they're like, "Orion, is that you?" And then he's like, "Yep, it's me." And they're like, "What happened to you?" "Things are a bit different now." A, a, a little different. You're not even yourself. You're not even small. You're big. You're huge, dude. I know. And there's a lot of things I need to say. But first of all, I need to tell you that Central Prime is is not our savior. And they're like, what? He is not the person that we could trust. He's the one person that took our chances of what we could do for our own self. Our our own transformations were taken because of him. But I need your help. I need you to help me get my friends back. We must stand together and fight. Of course, they're like, we can't do anything. We have no cogs. We got nothing. A wise person told me it's not the cog that makes the transformer. It's the spark that's within all of us. Our spark that makes who we are is what we are. It's not the cog. It's the cog is just one thing. It's our bodies. It's what we are meant to do. It's what we are meant to be. And our power is to actually go and stand up and fight for our lives. You can sit here and mine your life away for Arajon, or you can actually stand up and fight back and stand with me so we can all stand and fight on. Make our own choices, make our own decisions, so we never have to listen to a person that we thought was our hero. We must stand and fight. Who's with me? And then like they're all like, Orion, 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 we're with you. And the speech really did help get his troops ready. So then he says to Laura, "All right, I'm ready. You may go proceed." And then, of course, Laura's like, "All right, buckle up, you two. It's gonna be a bumpy ride." And then she flies the cargo bob down to the arcane like city, city, um, and she plows the train into Sentinel's tower. But before he does she does that. Orion does use the troops to fight back with Arachnid's like big horde of Transformers, and she gets the drop on to Orion and flies him into the train. And of course, Orion gets a good lick in there, but she says, "I have eyes everywhere. You don't know. You have no idea how to stop our plans." And of course, he's like, "That's it." And then and then she flies away, and then Alora's like, um, he says to Alora, "I need you to go and get Arachnid. She's the only way to actually show our people that this is just a lie, and they should know the truth." And of course, Laura's like, I got it." And then she like gets out of there, and she goes and tries to get a hold of Arachnid. Arachnid throws her into a building. She transforms into her robotic motorcycle vehicle mode, and then flies off, and then smashes through the window again, and then slams into her as they crash into like a couple of piles of debris. And she is pretty like she's not mad, but she's about to kill Arachnid. But then Ryan's like, "We need her. We don't pound her." And she's like, "I'm not pounding her. I'm just giving her a love tap." She And I it's just funny, it's weird, but all right. And then after Orion goes back to D16, he says, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "I'm fine. I want vengeance on Sentinel now." And then Orion's like, "All right, Soundwave, uh break their cuffs." So Soundwave does. He breaks their cuffs, and then D16 is ready to beat the crap out of Sentinel. And Orion's like, "We will get him. We do we but I have a plan." He's like, I'm doing it my own way. Get out of my way, Orion." And then he he's running towards Sentinel, and Sentinel fires a blaster at D16, which makes him fall. uh Orion transforms into his robotic mode, and then he transforms his vehicle mode and back to his robotic phone mode, and he tells everyone, "We need to. I have a plan. We have interacted with this. Good." So they go up to a tower where the tower is where stuff is projected as signals, as kind of hologram movie stuff, TV stuff, and he basic Orion shows off the lie that Sentinel Prime has declared and what he is. And as Sentinel is looking at the crowd, he's like, "Oh no, 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 no!" And then G16's he gets a jump on him, and then they fall, they smash onto uh the mi- the there's this big tower of a bunch of uh it's like a fountain where the original primes used to come through. And it gets to the point where D16 is so angry, he just wants to kill Central Prime so badly. And Orion is like, "No, we don't do this, D16. We do not kill. We're not like that. You're, you're trying. You're going. You do not want to be like Central Prime." And D16 says to Orion, "Orion, get out of my way, or I'll make you get out of my way." And then he pushes him off, and then D16's about to kill Sentinel with his blaster when Orion steps in, and he gets his fucking arm, left arm shot off, and he is blown away from D16's blaster. D16 does grab him, grabs hold of him, and then says, "Well, why did you do that? Why? Why did you do that, Orion?" And then of course Orion's like, "D, don't do this." And then we just see him go from D16 to finally Megatron, because he leans down from his his because he's holding on to onto uh uh Orion's hand as he is dangling over a big giant drop, like a pit. And he has his head down for a minute, and he's just and as he's and as he then lifts up his head, his eyes change from his original orange yellowish color to a red, and then he says, "I'm done helping you. No more." And then he just lets go and lets Orion fall into the pit, doesn't care anymore. And then Sentinel, he gets he tries to get out of there, and then D16 basically beats him. And then as Orion is falling, a moment of Why do people of the U.S. love gays so much? By the way, we people are European. Hope you do the right thing this time and vote for Trump. We do the what's not of you. Anyways, like I was saying, hello, how are you? I was just talking about Transformers One, a movie that I am really happy I got to see. Transformers One was my favorite movie I've seen in a while for all the Transformers stuff I've seen. And the one thing that I liked about Transformers, uh, I'm good. How are you? I'm doing better. I'm talking about a review on a movie I saw yesterday. I'm almost done talking about it. Anyways, D16 grabs hold of Central Prime and then he literally rips him in half, just kills him. I said it twice in the chat, but no one, I guess no one heard me. I'm trying to do a review on Transformers 1. Transformers 1, the movie that came out literally yesterday, the 20th. Anyways, D16 rips Central Prime in half, and then he breaks open his chest and then grabs hold of the Megatronus cog and then says, no longer you have to be ruled by this foul enemy of the Cybertronians. I have killed him, and now we can do what we want. Be who we always wanted to be, and do what we are always needed to do. He then replaces the cog that he had in him, and then with the Megatronus cog, he changes into his new and actual form. Um, as that's happening, Orion gets pulled into the core where Primus is, and when he is surrounded by the original Primes, they give him the Matrix of Leadership, and that's when he transforms finally to his actual form as he is transforming. D16 transforms into what we know, and he literally says to the crowd, I have my true purpose in my life, and now I have become what I am truly to become. I am Megatron. And as he says that, uh the primes make Orion uh Pax into, and they say, now Orion Pax, you are now Optimus Prime. And Optimus flies out of the pit that he's in and lands next to Megatron. And of course, Megatron's like, "What? How? How are you? How did you get the Matrix?" And of course, Orion's like, "We could have built the future together." I don't think so. And then like they fight, and it's a pretty dang good fight. They fight pretty well. Um, but D6, but Megatron does get the hands on uh Optimus, and it gets to the point where he literally is punching him so badly that he's actually trying to break his armor. And Optimus like shows that he has like new abilities, like he has a flamethrower. Megatron shows he has a freaking like Gatling like machine gun and he's just shooting at uh Optimus with it. It gets like really insane and like it's just like whoa, like this is what we were asking, this is what we want, this is awesome. And after Megatron's beating the crap out of Optimus, he basically uh uh, gets thrown away, and then Optimus attacks some of the robots as he's showing off his strength, his speed, his new powers. And after Megatron comes back, he jumps onto Optimus and he starts beating the crap out of him. And then Optimus, then the Matrix starts to glow, and then it like gives Optimus his Energon axe. It just because a big Energon blast like causes Megatron to fly to be bursted out of the way, and then an axe is like made, and then as Megatron is like shooting at Optimus, Optimus uses the axe and he slices slowly out through Megatron's like blaster, and it just says to Megatron or D16, "You chose to do what you thought was right, but it's wrong. Megatron, you are banned to come to our the Icon City. Take your take your whatever you want and leave and never come back." Of course, Megatron's like, "This isn't over, Prime." And he transforms as he's because he says to his lock, he says, "Come on, come with me if you want to live without any rules." As he transforms to his tank mode and gets out of there. And as he's leaving, Orion sees like Optimus sees the original like how it was originally, where Optimus has a vision of when he was back being Orion, and when Orion first met D16. Finally, um, D16 is putting up a poster of Megatronus, and Orion's like, "Oh, you're a fan of Megatronus?" He's like, "Yeah, he was like the best Prime ever. He was the coolest." And he's like, "Yeah, he was." He's like, "So what's your name?" "Name's Orion Pax, D16." "How so? Have you know how mine air, John?" "No." "Do you?" "Not really." "Well," Ryan says, "Well, just stick by me, and I'll make sure that you'll all that well, just stick by me, and you'll always have a friend. You always have my back, always." And then after that little flashback, he just sees Megatron just leave, and it's just then after he leaves, like Alora's like, "Well, things are gonna be different now," and Optimus says, "I'm gonna need you to help me out." And B23, I cannot allow you to go back to the 50th floor anymore. I need you on my side. And then B's like, "Oh, this is awesome! Yes, okay, I'm so happy." And then like Laura's like, "Should that be happening? Your the core the this the that why is it glowing?" And he's like, "Hmm." And then he opens up his chest and then he grabs hold of the matrix. And as he's holding it, it finally uh gives back the energon and revives Cybertron finally. And but at the end of the movie, Optimus says the words that he said that I think are the best. We now have the power to choose what we are meant to be. We are what we would want to come up with. No one chooses who we are. We will make that decision. We will stand and fight. We will do what we can. Every every time some creature comes to our world, we will fight back. I am their only savior. I'm the only one that knows their history and their own path because my name is Optimus Prime. And then and the movie, it's like just like that. I'm like, oh my god, like oh, I think there might have been an after credit scene where we saw Megatron actually print the actual Decepticon logo on him, but that's fine. Uh I didn't want to stay for that long. But I got to see Transformers 1 and oh my god, I loved it. I loved it. Even the story with between D16 and Orion, that was the best I've ever seen. And that's why I think Transformers One is probably the best series, or not series, best movie for Transformers for a long time. And I just hope that now people will understand what I think is cool. Thank you guys for watching the stream. I know it was a pretty short stream. I know it wasn't that long, but rest assured, I will make another stream tonight when I do the Vermeer comic. So I would like you guys to have a farewell, and I'll see you guys when I do another awesome stream tomorrow. I mean, tonight, or whenever I do. I am crazy zombie, and I'm out. Bye bye.